lady's finger, okra. These are the names by which this wonderful, wonderful vegetable is known all over the world. South Indians are supposed to be very good at mathematics and at computer skills because they've been eating a lot of bendi and the murungaka, of course, also. The murungaka or the drumsticks, the shank. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's how we all grew up with. What is a bendi? It's a kind of a gooey vegetable. In fact, it's got bad press because of its gooey, mushy kind of texture. Many people don't know how to cook it. That's why they keep saying that it is mushy and it's not very palatable. But in India, we have really made it into an art of cooking the bendi. For example, the bendi can be cut, or the vendeka can be cut in so many different ways. One thinks this is the long ones which we normally use in gravies, in mendiya korambu, the tamarind based mendiya korambu, the sambar. And this is what we use. We cut it very fine, this way, very fine, to make into a dry stir fry vegetable, or we make it into a raita. I'm going to give you the raita recipe later and a quick way of making it. This is a different way of cooking it. You're exposing the seeds. So this has to be cooked very, very carefully, otherwise you will really end up with a mashy thing. If you are feeling that your bendi when you're cooking is mashy, one thumb rule is to use a little besan or kadala maavu. That will take away the mushiness, or even a little rice flour. Bendi is never washed after it is cut. We have to wash it before it is cut, because if you wash it after it is cut, it will become a really messy, gooey stuff which you just have to throw away. Another thing is, when especially the finely cut bendi, the vendeka, you don't add water to cook it. Like, for example, cabbage, you can sprinkle water. A chow chow or a nool kol, you do add water so that it cooks in its steam. This one you have to be very careful to cook it without water. You can sprinkle some water if it is very one of those fat bendis which require a little very seedy kind of thing. The vendeka is something that is cooked in a household at least once or twice a week in the south especially. In the north also they are pretty fond of it, but they cook it with onion, tomato and with a little bit of garam masala. That's what I'm going to show you, because the normal way of cooking the vendeka is to season it with mustard, urad dal, little chili powder, little chili and hing, and add the vendeka, cut vendeka, and then just stir fry it till it is done. But I'm going to teach you a vegetable which goes very well with chapatis. It also goes very well with bread. Don't worry if you're feeling lazy, you don't want to roll up rotis. You can just serve it with bread. And then as the vendeka cooks, I'm going to tell you all about its nutritional variety. Okay, now first I'm going to show you how I cook the vendeka raita or the bendi raita. I just add few drops. Just see, I'm just adding drops. I'm not even adding a spoon. Okay? And then I'm putting this finely chopped rounds of vendeka. I'm adding a little salt from my masala box. Stirring it up a bit. And just a wee bit of chili powder. And guess what? I'm going to zap it in my oven. Just to wait while I come back. Let's start with the North Indian way of cooking the vendekai. Okay, I'm adding. Okay, I'm going to be generous. Don't look at it. I'm adding one what we call a muttai again of oil. Okay, I'm adding just a wee bit of mustard and jeera in the chong. I don't add uldam parpu because then that will become a South Indian dish. And here are some chopped onions. I'm not going to use all. You can chop it fine or you chop it long, because I'm going to cook these, the long ones. So you can even cut it long. Okay. Crackle, crackle, come on, crackle. Do you know why we add mustard to our dishes? The seasoning, what is important about the seasoning of the thalikardu? Mustard is the first thing in the tongue that starts your salivating process, which is very, very important for your digestion of food. That's why in India we have mustard that is crackling. Can you hear that lovely crackling? Yeah. I'm just adding half of those onions. I'm just sauteing it. Onions can get burnt very, very fast, so you have to be very careful. I've added the onion. I'm going to add half the tomatoes. I'm stirring it in. Today I'm going to add a little ginger. That's up to you. I've grated the ginger. This is how I keep my ginger in the fridge. When I buy the ginger, I grate it, put it into a Tupperware box and keep it in the fridge so it's easy to use every day. I'm just using a very little bit. I'm using my hands. Don't get worried. Hands are good for you. Okay, and I'm going to use a little haldi or manja podi, wee bit of chili powder, quarter spoon of dhania kotamali podi, and half a spoon of jeera powder. Okay, and just a wee bit of salt because I don't have much bhendi. Right. Oh, there goes my bhendi. I'm going to add a little garam masala. There is my garam masala box. There it is. Just a pinch. You can add more, but I just like a pinch. I just like the flavor. I don't like it to be too strongly garam masala in. Okay. I'm going to reduce my heat to 600. I'm just going to sprinkle a little water. Remember, the tomato is going to leave out its water as well. Don't close the vedeka for too long. That will also make it gooey. So I've just let it to cook. Well, I'm going to tell you all about what the vendeka is all about. Do you know 1 cup of vendeka, cooked vendeka, contains nearly 10% of the recommended levels of vitamin B6 and folic acid. It also has soluble fiber that helps to reduce cholesterol. Remember, it's good for your blood. It reduces the risk of heart disease and it also stabilizes blood sugar. The other half is insoluble fiber. The body needs both soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber helps to keep your intestinal tract going gung-ho and it helps with your constipation. And more people are finding out that eating bhindi is good for reducing some forms of cancer like colon cancer and rectum cancer. 6 pieces of okra every day are recommended for constipation and acid reflux. I suffer from acid reflux and it can be really hell, I can tell you that. Its gooey, mushy character, which most people say is bad or they don't like it, is actually the best part of the vegetable because it binds the cholesterol and the bile acid. It does not irritate your intestinal tract. Of course, when you add chili powder and all, it's going to do that, but naturally, it's good for your intestinal tract. Strangely enough, it's a good probiotic as well. Remember what a probiotic is? Your yogurt is your probiotic and this is good for you as well. And let's get to the fun part of the bhendi. Most children love to cut the bhendi, the vendeka, and you know, with a little head, they sit and do stamps. They love to play with it. And then they like to stick it on the walls like that. And it's great fun for them. They really like it. Let's see what my vegetable is doing like. I'm not going to cover it anymore. It's done. 5 minutes, that's all it took. I'm going to tell you one thing. We tend to think that cooking is tedious. It isn't if you plan it. If you've got all the stuff that you need in one place before you start cooking, cooking is like the snap of your finger. There are some dishes, yummy, but I'm going to cook it a little more, but not covering it. Just reduce the heat and cook it. My husband will say it's chili. Anyway, he can't eat any chili. I do. He doesn't. And he doesn't like garam masala as well. So, okay, let's see what happened to my raita wala bendi, okay? My raita is done. This is the lady's finger that was roasted in the microwave for 2 minutes, and the yogurt with all the masalas, and this is. Now, the raita can also be made yummy. In Tanjavur, we have what we call dangar pachadi. Dangar pachadi is just adding a little urad dal flour. We always used to have urad dal flour in the larder because every bhakshanam like murku, tatta, shida, whatever you made, you needed ulatham maavu for it, and this comes out beautifully with the vendaka. It's called dangar pachadi. And my vendaka curry is done. And I'm going to add a little dhania or kotamali leaves to it. This vegetable is very, very versatile. You can add anything to it. I add capsicum. It's great. You add cauliflower. It's yummy. You can add potatoes. In fact, I have a lovely story about that. I have a friend from Bihar, and she had this cook who had come from a village, and she could not cook without potatoes. Any dish that she cooked, she had to add aloo into it. And there was a strike in Bombay and we couldn't get potatoes and onions. And Mishi, that is my friend Dula's cook, she just couldn't cook without potatoes. And she was going into a tizzy saying, "Main kaise khana paka sakti hoon?" And then in the building what we did, Dula sent a basket, and each of us put one potato from each of our stock, and then by the time the strike was called off, Mishi was happy with her this. She used to use potatoes in bindi. In fact, my son always used to say in Pilani too, he said if you went to the first session of the mess meal, you got bindi. Otherwise, even bindi sabji was only aloo that was left back. So the North Indians just love their aloo, don't they? And I use capsicum, I use peas, and I use, when I have just a few handfuls of tindli or kovaka and the vendaka, I mix it together and it comes out beautifully. It's a lovely vegetable. As I was telling you about seasoning, I hope you saw my lovely dabbas, the masala dabbas. Okay, this is the dry masala dabba and this is the powder masala dabba. Now, my mother used to have what was called the Anjala petti. Anjala means it had 5 different compartments, I think, I'm not sure. And each of them had the kadagu, the ultham parpu, the vendayam, the red chili and the dhania seeds in it. And that became the masala box, and it's a beautiful time saver because when you take out one box and you've got your oven on or your gas on or your induction on, it's just pat. You just put little bits and pieces and this. It's a very versatile way of cooking. In fact, again I'm saying this, is that the best way to cook is to bring together all your ingredients before you start cooking, and then it is very, very easy to cook. I hope you enjoy my take on the bendi.